Absolutely disrespectful.
Veterans furious about the vandalism at the World War II Memorial, the message written at the monument honoring the men and women who served. More changes at the Kennedy Center. The board votes to close its doors, plus to put President Trump's name back on the building.
And we were dry out there for the day today, but we do have more rain chances on the way for your Friday. The latest timing coming up.
Sentencing day for the man who touched a woman's hair while he was live streaming the incident, but he won't be spending much time behind bars. Commanders star QB Jaden Daniels with an unusual play, taking legal actions against his alma mater to stop using his name, image, and likeness.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran. Chris Flanagan has the night off. Developing now in the district, we're talking about sacred ground damaged. You could see the graffiti here. There were bubbles in the fountain, and the granite was damaged at the World War II Memorial. Federal police are now searching for the suspects responsible. DC News Now's Dave Laval joining us live there at the memorial. And Dave, do investigators know who could be behind the vandalism?
Well, good evening to you, Susan. At this point, there are only two things that really we know for certain, and that is that someone, or rather the memorial, remains closed to the public, and that the vandalism has angered a lot of people.
It's just shameful.
Joshua Sklar's great-grandfather served in World War II. He's not happy by the vandalism that struck the memorial to those who perished during that conflict.
It's a shame that people would disrespect the veterans and country like that.
Someone threw soap into the fountain at the base of the Atlantic Pavilion Thursday afternoon. Vandals also spray-painted, quote, "Clean hands, dirty dollars" on one of the walls.
Irate, disgusted.
Minnesota's Debbie Mortensen is an Army veteran. She, too, is angry about what the vandals did.
Their message has nothing to do with the monument at all.
The U.S. Interior Department condemned the vandalism. It called what happened an utter disgrace and will not be tolerated. The department added, quote, "The public should know we will find the person responsible for this disgusting act." Justin certainly hopes so.
I think it's ridiculous. You're defacing, something that's honoring our veterans. Whatever your stance is on the politics right now, this isn't the place for it.
And there has been no word on when the World War II Memorial will reopen to the public. We're live along the National Mall. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you so much for that update. The man who set off an explosive in his Maryland home has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. Robert Stozinski used a pipe bomb for the blast at his Gaithersburg home back in October, and that blew a hole inside with shrapnel hitting his hand and eye. Police also found another explosive device along with multiple ghost guns. There were no details as to why he was creating these destructive devices. All right, my friends, we are heading towards the weekend as we're staring right at Friday. Chief Meteorologist Jackie Lair, we got to get through some kind of summer-like conditions before we can enjoy a good Saturday.
Exactly. I mean, out there tomorrow, we do have some thunderstorm chances, too, that we have to contend with. So make sure you do have the rain gear on hand before you step out the door tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But yeah, it's going to be humid. It's going to be hot. I mean, it's still very warm out there right now.
Sticky out there.
Exactly. I mean, we're noticing temperatures right at the moment into those low to mid 80s still. I mean, 85 still in D.C. at this hour, 82 over towards Leesburg, still holding those lower 80s over towards Hagerstown. And we're taking a look at that radar. I mean, really not much on it at the moment, but we'll start to see a bit more of that rain on this map as we look ahead towards the day tomorrow. A wider view showing you, yes, we certainly have the clouds building in, and so we'll see mainly cloudy skies overnight, keeping us a bit more on the warmer side overnight too. But some of that wet weather back out towards parts of the Midwest. I mean, this has been consistent every single day this week. They've been dealing with that wet weather and also that severe weather over the course of the last several days there. But as we look ahead towards tomorrow morning, a stray shower chance here or there, but we're looking ahead towards tomorrow afternoon with more scattered showers and thunderstorms expected. Some of the heaviest of that rainfall, especially for our far southernmost zones. So I'll have more details on this. Also, what you can expect for the weekend. And yes, we're eyeing Saturday to be the pick of the weekend. More on that coming up.
All right, looking forward to that, Jackie. Thank you. The Kennedy Center Board voted again to close for 2 years. The governing board, which is heavily stacked with President Trump's appointees, also approving putting his name back on the building. It was just 3 months ago a federal judge ordered the lettering to be removed and also blocked the closure. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live there at the Kennedy Center. And Daniel, can the board seemingly just vote against the judge's orders here?
Well, Susan, the board still has to make the case to that judge that ruled in this matter back in May. Congresswoman Joyce Beatty said that it's a transparent effort to circumvent the court's ruling. A tarpaulin scaffolding still covers the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts sign. It's been like this since a federal judge ordered President Trump's name be removed.
It really deserves President Kennedy's name, and there should be no mention of Donald Trump.
The Kennedy Center board voted Thursday to have it read, the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts restored and renovated by President Donald J. Trump.
I don't like that he thinks that this is something that he needs to be remembered by.
The board also voted to rename the grounds the President Donald J. Trump Plaza.
This, from our perspective, is a transparent effort to evade the law. The court on May 29th was very clear. The Kennedy Center is named for John F. Kennedy and for no one else, and that Congress and Congress alone can change the name of the Kennedy Center.
Nathaniel Zielinski is co-counsel for Congresswoman Joyce Beatty's lawsuit, which they won in May on not only the name change, the judge saying the board's decision to close was ill-informed and seemingly preordained.
It's really a case about the rule of law, because the corruption at the Kennedy Center mirrors the corruption throughout the executive branch. And this is a very tangible, very visible symbol of that corruption.
Neighbors aren't happy about the board's latest decision.
They're plainly sucking up to him, and they're afraid of him, and they shouldn't let him do that. I mean, they shouldn't do that. They're going to ruin our beautiful icon here next to the Watergate.
The board and the lawyers for Congresswoman Joyce Beatty have 5 days to submit a joint status report to the court. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, we shall wait and see. Daniel Hamburg, thank you. We're getting a look at a concerning new report showing just how many people police have killed in Maryland during a 9-year study. The ACLU says between 2015 and 23, officers were responsible for the deaths of 143 people. The research also indicating nearly half of the victims showed signs of a behavioral health crisis or medical emergency. Nearly a third were not armed, and the vast majority, 64% of the people police killed, were black. No officers were ever convicted of a crime, and the report also made policy recommendations including reducing unnecessary police encounters, increasing public oversight, and guaranteeing families' rights to information. If you got a speed ticket from a camera in Northern Virginia, listen up. Alexandria police saying that a programming error led to more than 100 tickets being issued outside of the legal enforcement period. The tickets were given out in a school zone there on Seminary Road, right at Hammond Middle, and this was between August last year and this February. The camera was issuing citations after school hours. Police saying that all 115 tickets have been dismissed, and anyone who paid will automatically get a refund.